I feel like that's such a big code to crack in your 20s. Let me hold that little thing. Like nothing. It was not the best period of my life. Oh, I have chills.
I don't know where to begin. Could be the curves on your body, but then could be your hair, maybe your skin. Yeah, baby girl, I'm tryna get with you. Come, let me see what we get into. It don't even gotta be physical, as long as that pretty face visible. Yeah.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ree. Hi. On this channel we talk about a lot of things, mainly travel, life, and beauty. So if you're interested in those things, come closer. I just want to talk to you in private. Can you please hit that subscribe? Please, we are so close. At the time I'm watching this, we're legitimately eyeing 1,000 subscribers, and I would greatly cherish. I would cherish you if you was to hit that subscribe. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Nothing special, you know. Just a little gift from you to me. Small things. I appreciate you though. So today, y'all, we have a very exposing video. I wouldn't even say fun. I usually say fun video. It's not. I'm just sharing my woes. I actually saw this video on YouTube trending around, and I was like, okay, we going there. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go there too and just share some of the money mistakes that I've made in my 20s. Bear in mind, I am 26 years old. I'm still making mistakes, but these are the mistakes that I've made in my early 20s in regards to money, personal finances, wealth, anything related to the coin in the bag. This is where I effed up. So we're gonna hop right into this video, but before we do, I just want to give a huge thanks to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Y'all know I love Ana Luisa. This is not the first time you're hearing about them on this channel if you're an OG, but we shall proceed and we'll talk about them a little later in the video. Let's dive in. By the way, I'm holding this big, large glass of kombucha. I'm holding it. I had a long day at work and I just really could use a digestive break, and just kombucha really relaxes me, so I poured it in a wine glass so I feel fancy and so we could just create a moment together. But this is kombucha and I'm gonna drink all of it. So the first money mistake that I made in my 20s was not having a budget. I did not always have a budget, especially I probably should have had one in college when I was really trying to like dot my I's and cross my T's and eat ramen. I probably should have had a budget for then. Back then I had like a mental budget, or I had a bank account that would say, girl, there's nothing in it, and that kind of triggered me to stop spending or just to eat some ramen. It'd be like that. College was expensive anyway, so I did not always have a budget. But I think starting when I actually started working my 9-to-5 post-grad life, I realized that, hey, these people are giving me a good chunk of money. Sometimes I didn't know where it went, so that's what really kind of propelled me to actually have a budget and a tracker. So if you don't know, we have our own digital budget template over here. It's called the Do Better Budget, and we use it as a community to keep track of our monthly expenses and actuals and all that good things. Highly recommend if you're looking for some place to start small, and I'll leave a link down below, of course. The next money mistake that I made was, and I'll say it, I'm not proud, I used to max out my credit cards. Like I used to max them out. So I always have had, so wherever I've lived, BT dubs, I've lived in the US, Canada, and the Bahamas, I always had a credit card. My mom's a banker, so I understood the value of having credit cards at a very young age. So I was never that person where it's like, I don't want to get a credit card. No, if I qualify, let me hold that little thing as I go shopping. But the downfall in that was there were situations where I was trying to have the time of my life, or I would be like, you know what, I'm in Miami, I'm shopping, I'm living my best life, let me just buy this thing, like in hopes that I'll have the money. And I used to max out my credit card like nothing. It was not the best period of my life. I used to legit max out my credit card until payday, and when that check came through, it literally all went towards my credit card. So don't do that. Please be better than me. If you have a credit card, definitely don't put more on it than you can spend. And I've been doing really good with that. So a lot of times the bank will call you and be like, hey girl, you're doing a great job. Like, do you want a credit limit increase? And I've denied most of the credit limit increases in my life. So I actually haven't increased my credit card in probably maybe almost 2 years now, just because I'm good with my limit. I don't mind sharing. I have a credit card limit of like 1,500 across the boards, and for me that's very manageable. For example, I know for sure I can pay off that credit card within a month or two, and I am more comfortable with that than having a $5,000 credit card. I will max that sucker out. I took this test. It's called 16 Personalities online. I don't know if anybody knows about it or remembers it. They basically give you a personality trait if you complete their personality assessment. I'm the entertainer, similar to Adele and Ingrid from Game of Thrones. That means if you give me a card, I'll spend it. I know myself. I'm very good at spending credit card money. So I personally don't give myself huge credit limit increases because I'm not at the point yet where I can pay off $5,000 within a month or two. So until I get to that point, I'll probably stay like within the $2,000 to $3,000 range, just because it's more comfortable for me. That being said, to reiterate my point, I used to max out my credit cards like a dog. Don't do that. Please, 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 because that will mess up your credit score, all of your credit history with the bank, your relationships, all of that from a business perspective will get tainted if you max out your cards. Learn from it. So the next money mistake I made in my 20s, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm a little disappointed in myself that it took me so long to catch on to it, but y'all, I used to buy so much fast fashion and cheap jewelry. Oh my lord, I used to buy so much, and when I realized, and I really sat down and realized that, I'm like, I'm buying these clothes that I only wear one time, that do not last, that immediately as I wash them get holes and stuff like that. Something that really helps me a lot is I try to factor in the unit cost per wear of a certain piece. So for example, I have more neutral minimal pieces that legitimately I have reached for 20 times over these fast fashion pieces that where the trends die, they're no longer fitting, and I immediately just don't want to wear them because it's not really, you know, a part of the vibe anymore. And I'm realizing like you waste so much money like doing this whole fast fashion game. I do not recommend. So right now, as I've said in other videos, I'm really trying to be more intentional about the pieces that I'm buying, and I'm only buying minimal neutral pieces that I know can match things that are already in my closet. And when I tell you guys, I'm seeing a substantial difference, not only in my style, but also in the cost per wear of my pieces. I'm reaching for the same pieces over and over because they match so many different garments. So I'm actually saving myself money versus tossing bags of clothes that I never wore. I wore that once and it's over. It's done. Like, so much money has buried it. I'm realizing now the importance of a capsule wardrobe, of relying more on a minimalistic approach, of looking at more sustainable brands that use ethically sourced materials. When I tell you guys I've invested so much in cheap fashion pieces, that includes jewelry. I used to run to the dollar jewelry section thinking like, okay, I'm gonna buy 10 earrings, this and that, and when I tell you my ears would turn green, they would bleed because I have sensitive skin, so many issues with this jewelry, they would turn silver. I bought that gold. What happens? I'm over it. I'm not going back to that life. You cannot make me. I'm not going back. I'm standing firm. And that being said, I absolutely love brands like Ana Luisa, where they believe in high quality, affordable jewelry pieces. And when I tell you guys, y'all know I'm a gold girl. I love gold. I will only wear gold. My foot is down. So if you don't know what Ana Luisa is, they're a global sustainable brand that's all about high quality, affordable jewelry pieces. And above that, the one up on that is that Ana Luisa is completely 100% carbon neutral. That goes for their processing, their packaging, all that good stuff. Y'all, that means Mother Earth is okay. Mother Earth is not affected. A lot of other companies cannot say that. So this is Ana Luisa, a mile ahead of the game. This is the game. this Ana Luisa a mile ahead. So I'm absolutely in love with this brand. I've been a fan of their pieces now for years, and I actually got some new pieces because Ana Luisa is having a Valentine's Day sale where you can get up to 40% off. Perfect time for B-Day where you have to come in with your loved ones. It could be Galentine's too. Come on, women. Yes, Galentine's. But this is the perfect time to get someone a quality jewelry piece that just says, hey, thinking about ya. Hey, feeling ya. Hey, love ya. That's what you wanted to give, right? So I have a link in my description box where you can check out Ana Luisa and save some coin because I got you covered. This is you. This is me. I have you covered. Why am I using examples? And I picked up some more Ana Luisa pieces this go around. So I'm absolutely loving this ring. She is giving us life. Twists and turns of life. That's not the name of this ring. And then I got this letter necklace. It says R. That's me. Oh, yo, this is so minimal, so dainty, matches everything, giving me vibes. Oh, I have chills. And then the last Ana Luisa piece I got were these beautiful earrings. Beautiful. I cannot pronounce it any other way. They're giving sparkles. They're giving pearls. They're cuffing in the most beautiful way. I absolutely love these new pieces. Y'all will see me rocking this all about. And don't say nothing about it because I'm gonna wear it over and over again. Why? Because that's sustainable and they're high quality, so I can wear them for a long period of time without worrying about them turning silver or green or all of the foolishness that I've been into in the past that has scarred me today. So once again, link down below if you want to check it out. But truly, guys, investing in sustainable, high quality pieces has changed the game, not only for my closet, but for my accessories. And I'm not going back. You can't make me. The next money mistake I made was being overly trusting of people when it comes to having to pay for certain services. So if you watch that story time, I'll always use that example where I paid for something up front and it was not properly delivered or the service was not properly met, and I asked for the money back and the person went ghost. So what I've learned from that lesson is I no longer pay people up front. I will at least pay maybe 25 to 50% down, and then when the service is complete, I'll pay the rest. And that's just my personal preference because it's hard out here being a young black woman trying to up the game when people might not rate you or might not validate you. So to be on top of that and to make sure that, hey, I'm not giving you money that I know you won't give back, I just feel like if possible and when possible, just be mindful of paying people for services. It could be for your house, it could be personal beauty services or whatever, and you're not satisfied with the service or the service was not completed properly, because that gets very messy. And I've learned that lesson over and over again in my 20s, and I think I got it. Dear Lord, I think I got it. You don't gotta run that one again. That's just a mini prayer I just sent up. So the next money mistake I made in my early 20s was definitely comparing my wallet to others, aka that lifestyle creep, where you go into situations realizing that, hey, I probably going to spend $100 at most in this situation or in this night. It could be like dinner and clubs or dinner and going out with friends, and realizing that, hey, I only have $100 to spend, and realizing that someone you're there with, who's your friend or whatever, they probably have $500 they could blow on this night, and just feeling like, oh yeah, maybe I should blow $500 too to try to keep up. That's the young thinking. But I could admit I've made mistakes like that, where I went to like a club or dinner or experience and be like, oh, this what we doing? Bet. And then I'm coming home at night realizing that, oh, I have no money. And just realizing like, yo, I be making mistakes. Like, and looking back, the experience is probably worth it, and like not being that person to be like, y'all, I can't afford this, because I have such good friends. I feel like if I ever said I couldn't afford it, they would have paid for me. But I also have pride, so a lot of times I would try to pay for myself and then look back at my bank statement and be like, girl, who put this here? Can I dispute? And realistically I cannot, because I literally spent that money. But yeah, lifestyle creep is real. Just remember, stay on your own lane. your wallet is your wallet, and everybody is navigating through different parts of life, so there's no way all of us are gonna look the same. So definitely just remember that, and that helps you in moving forward. But big lesson that most 20-somethings learn. So the next money mistake would be working harder and not smarter. And that's something that doesn't have to translate to your 20s. That could be at any point in life. But I was that type of person who would try to get 3 jobs to cover my bills or to cover all the things I have going on and be able to live comfortably or just pay rent. Whereas I definitely could have been more smarter. Like, for example, my major was in accounting, but I would do like maybe event staff or just do some wayward things where it just was a check. Like, I literally just needed a check. I would go collect tickets at a softball game. Why? Because it was a check. And looking back, I was like, I definitely could have done more research and just see if there were maybe any accounting paid internships, or see if there was any accounting jobs in my area that could have paid me more. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't do adequate research when it comes to looking around to see, hey, what am I worth? Maybe I can find a job somewhere else. And then a lot of times I feel like we work harder in our 20s because we're just so focused on, hey, I need a 9 to 5. I need to show up every day and do this and get a check. But in reality, it took me a very long time to be like, I need to figure out how to start making money while I sleep. And it's starting to come into fruition, and it's definitely a journey and a work in progress. But it's that mentality of switching from how can I work harder, how can I find more hours in the day, to be like, fall back and be like, hey, the millionaires are making money in their sleep. How can I start to make money in my sleep? So transitioning from that thought process where I need to physically be there to make money, and just realizing that, hey, I just need my brain to function and for the process to be there for the money to flow. That goes back to asking, hey, how can I work harder, not smarter, in situations so that I don't have to kill myself to make ends meet? And that piggybacks into our last money mistake of our 20s, and that would be relying on one source of income to pay 99 bills. Legitimately, that don't make no sense. Definitely, I'm all about multiple sources of income and finding different ways to differentiate your income so that you don't have all of your eggs in one basket and you have multiple streams of income coming in to pay your multiple expenses. It just makes a world of a difference. And definitely, this is something that I feel like the earlier you get on it, the better, because I really feel like some streams of income take a lot more time to develop. And when you think about it, it's common sense. Like, why are we getting one big check and flowing it to 17 to 20 different lines of expenses? Wouldn't it be nice if we had more checks, more lines, so that we can properly allocate and flow? I feel like that's such a big code to crack in your 20s, but I kind of cracked it and I want to crack it some more. So y'all, that's me. That's my truth. I shared it. Judge me or judge me not. I could take it. Please don't judge me. But but those are all my money mistakes that I made in my 20s. I could definitely do a part 2 on this because the mistakes keep on rolling in and piling in. That's just a part of life. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that we should do another one, or we could dive deeper into this topic. I absolutely love talking money with you guys because it's just a chill conversation that we could have talking to a friend. That's what it feels like. And I just want to give a huge thanks again to our sponsor, Ana Luisa. Oh, y'all check out the link in my description box. Get on top of that Valentine's Day sale. It's good to be early, not to be late. It is better to give than to receive. Remember that as you go and shop for your loved ones. Hey. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I appreciate you. I value you. Yeah, you bad. I can see y'all next one. Bye.
Maybe I've been going nowhere lately. It's time to start all over and go for it.